Now, a mother is mourning the loss of her firstborn son months after he died in a septic tank on a construction site that hadn't been properly sealed. Her quest to get justice and bring the alleged developer to book has been riddled with delayed tactics by the owner of the construction site and reluctance by an investigating officer to move her case along. This story was produced by Agnes Oloo. On the last day of 2022, a Saturday, what was meant to be a day of worship and anticipation for the new year quickly turned into one of the worst days for Joyce Opondo. We find her in Awasi area in Kisumu County. It is a long way from Embakasi East, where she and her children lived.
Mimi ni mama wa watoto watatu. Though one is lost, he's late. That was my firstborn. Sasa nimebaki na watoto wawili wasichana.
Joyce has lived here for just 4 months. The memories of that fateful day continue to haunt her, with the sight of a fresh grave holding her 8-year-old son's remains not too far off. His name was Slade Russell.
On the Sabbath we go, all of us, I carry all my kids to church. Sasa tukaenda mbele, tukaimba vizuri, and my son was seated somewhere just watching. Alafu after kumaliza, akakuja kanihug. Akaniambia, "Mami, I loved the way you sang. I wish you could sing again with you next time." Nikamwangalia kwa macho, nikamwambia, "Baba, tutaimba na wewe tena." Akaniambia, "Ati mama, I want to go to the toilet." Kamuliza, "To the toilet now? Why?" I'm pressed, just let me go. And then he walked out.
In a short span of time,
Nikatoka tu nje, I was talking to a friend. And then hata kabla nimweleze kitu nileta kumwongelesha, someone came. One of the church members akakuja kuniambia, "We mama, uko hapa na mtoto wako ako kwa maji."
According to witnesses, a group of children were playing around the abandoned construction site, which was partially sealed off from members of the public.
Nikaona tu from afar. It was really opened, that place. You could see it from outside. Nikaona tu sehemu ya maji tu kubwa kabisa. Mimi nilidhani hata ni swimming pool. Kaambiwa ni septic tank yenye ilikuwa inatumika, bado walikuwa najenga. The next thing I remember, nilijikuta church in a room. We prayed for about 3 hours. My son was still down there in the water. 3 good hours.
Walikuwa watoto wengi, ni bahati tu mtoto wa Joyce ndiye, ni bahati mbaya mtoto wa Joyce alianguka ndio, but pia ni bahati wengine hawakuanguka kwa sababu walikuwa kikundi.
Due to the depth of the septic tank, rescue efforts took a number of hours before the lifeless body of Slade was retrieved.
I had to come to terms with the fact that my son was lost. Nona, he was gone, and he would not come back any soon.
It is true that we received a report of a child who fell into a septic tank. Russell slept 8 years, fell into a septic tank, an incomplete septic tank, that is, and he passed on.
Joyce says she lost more than a son.
I took a lot of time with my firstborn raising him. Kachadi, shule, college, nilidifaa 2 years.
She claimed that an investigating officer in the matter advised her to try an out-of-court settlement, which only caused her more pain.
Where is the owner of the site? Niliuliza tu kimchezo tu. And then this man came now that we were supposed to talk. Sasa in the process, akaanza kuleta story mingi. Anauza sijui where is the father of the child, you know, which I felt humiliated about. Nikisema this kid was under my care. Alikuwa anasema people die, you know. Mimi nimepoteza sijui mamangu, nimepoteza babangu, and I was like, oh, circumstance ilikuwa same. Nilinyamaza by then, kimwangalia nilijiuliza tu maswali tu kwa moyo wangu. So since ulipoteza babako ni sawa tu.
When the out-of-court settlement talks failed, Joyce says the investigating officer began to frustrate efforts to have the matter heard in court, prompting her to seek help from an advocate.
Tulipofuatilia tuligundua kuwa Joyce amejaribu kuandika statement yake kwenye police station, lakini kuna huyu investigating officer ambaye anaitwa India alikataa kabisa kuandikisha statement ya Joyce. Joyce angekuja kutoka Kisumu mara kadhaa, but haandiki statement.
Plus the IO is a lady, and I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed that a woman would not feel the pain of another woman. I'm really disappointed. So I'm pleading that action be taken. Action be taken and justice be served for my son.
The mother of the child volunteered a statement on 17th of February, which of course is about 2 months from the date of the incident. I can assure that a statement was recorded, but about the issue of frustrations, I might not be able to tell you.
No arrests have been made, according to Embakasi OCPD Wesley Kimeto, who was at the time of the interview claimed to have been only 2 weeks old on the job, had this to say.
Yeah, to me it appears like it's true that it has taken some time, but it is due to the fact that the alleged owner has been evading police.
Hassan Osman, the alleged developer, in a telephone reply, told us that he has been cooperating with the police and maintains he did not kill anyone.
Na polisi wanasema kwamba unajificha eti wamekuita.
Naficha nini? Ya polisi sisi tumeshakutana.
Ni kweli kijana alikufa?
Sijui, mimi sijui.
Na si unaniambia ushakuja Nairobi?
Mimi najuaji, mimi sijui. Hao wanasema wachikicharezo wameshakufa na sisi hajui. Bado hawana, mimi sina hakika.
Mimi ni mwanahabari na nilikuwa natafuta upande wako.
Mambo hii mimi si ukisipi. Mambo habari wewe ndikisha gazeti.
Joyce has since relocated to Awasi permanently to mourn and keep her late son's memory alive.
My son died a careless death out of negligence, and he needs justice. If I fought for him akiwa alive, then even when he's dead, I should fight for him. Imagine I'm staying in this place today because of him. I could not leave his body lying in this new place alone here.
We sought to find out if there are laws and regulations governing both private and commercial abandoned and active construction sites.
For a site, we talk about 2 scenarios for the liability. Now, for a site that is under construction, one is expected that there are normally 2 insurances that the contractor must take out. Number 1 is WIBA. That is Work Injury Benefits Act. It's a requirement that for every construction, the contractor must take out WIBA. WIBA takes care of the people, any injury within the site. But we also have contractors all risk, CAR, CAR. That contractor all risk, it also helps protect the contractor. So for any injury around construction, when construction is going on, of course there's a cure in terms of insurance. But insurance may not pay death if it's, you cannot come back.
But the possession of insurance gives a contractor and the developer some leeway to work in an open site or simply just leave an abandoned site.
Investigation by the investigating authorities, take appropriate action, and then press the charges in court. And if you are found guilty, I'm sure there are legal provisions that provide, the penal provisions that provide for penalties.
The National Construction Authority has called on all legal bodies involved in ensuring adherence to construction rules and regulations to ensure diligence. For now, Joyce keeps appealing to the authorities to hasten the process and hopefully get her justice sooner than later.